I don't know if you can hear that. I'm not even angry anymore. Like, I'm legit anxious. And it's not even the racism that bothers me. It's just like, I don't understand. Like, I told you to evict me. I didn't say I was gonna slap you. I didn't say I called this person out their name today. I did. But the most that I said was evict me. They called me a fat N word. I can't say it because it's social media, but they literally called me a fat. Hang on a second. They called me. I'm sorry to say this. I'm gonna leave a trigger warning at the end of this video. But they literally called me a fat nigger over nothing. Like, and me hearing the racial slur like that, like aimed at me, it just made me realize how pathetic the slurs actually are. Like, because of everything that our ancestors went through, like, hey, the racism is kind of built up inside our minds. And with me, the anticipation of something has always been worse than the actual outcome. So I had been fearing racism so much. But then when it actually happens to me, it's like, nah, this is ridiculous. Like 2 days ago, they were scared that I would harm their family and harm them. And now 2 days later, it's not that serious. My, come on, man. No, this is ridiculous. Like, you can't. No, it's constant. It's ridiculous. And it's like, make a decision and stick to it. This is what I've always said to any perp, anytime. Make a goddamn decision and stick to it. If you want me to be evicted, fine. But don't try to use my reaction as a gauge as to what you should do. That's what this is about. This is not about me being a threat to anybody. It's about me getting angry at things that are legitimately happening to me. Like, literally every single time I go out and come home, it's reported about. If I take a shit, it's reported about. If I go from one room to the other, it's reported about. I'm just doing my normal business. And it's constantly reported on. And I just got sick of it a couple of days ago. I just got sick of it and I just thought, you know what, fuck this. This is ridiculous. And then a couple of days, today there was so much effort made. Listen, I got up at 7:39 in the morning. 7:39 in the morning, and there was shouting already. 7:39 in the morning. Trying to get me upset, trying to rile me, trying to get a reaction out of me. 7:39 in the morning. And then they want to talk about, I'm not doing nothing. Like, what is the nothing that you're doing? Jeez. It's pathetic. And then you have to resort to racism in order to in order to cover up shit that you know you're doing, and you're struggling to cover your tracks. So now you want to try and shout fat nigger, like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. Every time I say those two, I'm sorry. Every time I say those two words, it releases a little bit of stress because of how it's so pathetic. Like, it's so pathetic. It is so pathetic. I haven't even called the police because it's like, why? Doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like I was angry not because I wanted to intimidate anybody, not because I wanted to make anybody afraid of me. I just had enough. That's all it was. I'd had enough. I started yelling. Yeah, I did stupid shit. Yeah, I said stupid shit. But that's all it was. I was just fed up. just doesn't matter. Like, none of this matters. Like, you're just making things racial and making things ableist because you feel like people who are different are being mean to you. Like, fuck off. God. Sorry, I stole that from a TikTok video that I saw. Naughty. But, like, come on, man. Like, you want to talk about the fact that you won because you got me angry, but what have you won? Like, what is the plan? What is the plan? Is the plan to have me stay in my own room? Because everybody knows I'm not going to do that as long as I've got bad chest pains coming out of my bedroom. So everybody knows that I'm not going to do that. So what's the plan? Is it to make me stay in my own room? Is it to evict me? Is it to make me leave of my own accord? Like, what is the cause? What are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do here? What are you trying to accomplish? What is the point of all this? If you want to get me angry, you got me angry. You got what you wanted. Like, the kids got what they wanted. They wanted me angry. And now when they get what they want, what? It's like they don't even know what they want. It's just really ridiculous behavior. It's pathetic behavior. You know what I mean? I want to leave so that I don't have to live with these people. I'd rather be on the fucking street than live with these people. Hey, listen, I sent an email, okay, to Kudos. And yes, I'm going to use their name. They can go fucking cry about it. I sent an email to Kudos. I said, I'm going to read the whole letter. No interjections, because you know how I like to interject. I'm going to read the whole letter. This is what I said. To whom it may concern, I wish to thank you, though I mean those two words in the loosest sense imaginable, for the 6 months I have had a home here. But now I feel that in order for me to sue Kudos for psychological damage, though seeing as you don't technically exist, you can probably relax as I go after First Charterhouse Investments instead, there needs to be minimal conflict of interest. Please be advised that at the end of the 6-month contract, I do not wish for it to be renewed on the grounds of landlord abuse and severe neighbourhood harassment. The treatment of me by this very illegal company and other tenants has been nothing short of disgusting in terms of abuse and maltreatment. I have experienced rampant gaslighting, disrespect, humiliation, and neglect before, but these are new levels even I was prepared for. At this moment, I live below racist, ableist neighbours who, upon hearing me getting upset with them again, screamed the word nigger at me. Of course, I laughed because of how pathetic it was, and it made me realise that them also saying I was fucking crazy felt like a light breeze in comparison to how this family are some of the most poisonous people I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with, present company excluded. These people are gone from being afraid for their safety 2 days ago, feeling wrongfully that I would harm them then, wrongfully that I would physically harm them, to 2 days later, the day that I typed this, not thinking it's that serious. I begged them to report me repeatedly. You see, they're saying it again. It's all on tape, so they can carry on. I begged them to report me repeatedly, to lie if they had to, so that I no longer had to live with them, as they were poisonous, and judging by the racist and ableist slurs that these things that call themselves humans came out with, I wasn't wrong. But I think special thanks should go to your staff who, upon probably knowing that these people were bigoted and idiotic, really took it upon themselves to release confidential information about my mental health to them. That was a stellar piece of decision making. I know, seeing as slumlords like yourselves have been evicting people left and right anyway, that me getting a surrender tenancy form shouldn't be too much of a stretch for you to do. Many thanks, Miss Fabienne M. Deacon. Now, I am in the middle of doing a lot of important business. I don't just have the readings to do, I have financial stuff going on, right? It's not bad, but I have financial stuff going on. It's actually very good, but I don't want to talk about it too much. I have financial stuff going on. I have like all kinds of different other things going on. So for me to surrender a tenancy form, for me to get myself together is going to be very, very difficult, especially seeing as I have to kind of go through all the paperwork again with all the important connections that I have, banks, all that type of shit. So it is going to be very, very difficult. But at this moment, I can't see a resolution to this because the gang stalkers clearly want me to be sectioned. And listen, man, if that's what they want, listen, man, I will happily be doped up to the eyeballs and be sent away to a fucking funny farm than have to deal with these fucking reprobates. Like, I'd rather fucking be like, I'd rather be doped up to the eyeballs and be stuck in a mental hospital. I'd rather be out on the street suffering from pneumonia, all that type of shit, with nothing but a blanket to cover me in 0-degree weather than deal with whatever the fuck is going on here. Okay? And what time is it? Yeah. So whilst they're saying fat nigger from upstairs, I'm not the only one who's hearing them. The nail bar's hearing them. They haven't closed yet. The nail bar's hearing them. They haven't closed yet. The restaurant's hearing them. They haven't closed yet. In fact, the restaurant are far from closing. Imagine how they feel hearing this shit. Imagine how they feel hearing this shit, but they deserve it. Because whilst I was doing my thing and I was going through pain and I was going through shit, listen, they didn't do a goddamn thing to help me. Not a goddamn thing to help me. They just made a whole entire situation worse and then want to turn around and blame me and say that I'm loud and say that I'm making trouble. Now these neighbours know what trouble really sounds like. So I'm happy to leave here and leave this neighbourhood with their karma. This is what the F you get. No, not F. This is what the fuck you get when you climb the racial ladder. This is what the fuck you get, okay? This is what you get when you decide to be wary of people because of the melanin on their skin. This is what happens. You attract people like this. So for me, I don't mind leaving. I don't mind leaving like, I get the same feeling here as I got from Chatsworth Road when I was finally kicked out. I didn't want to leave, but on the day that I had to leave, I was so overjoyed. Like, I was just like buzzing because it's like I didn't have to deal with that fucking person anymore. I was buzzing. I was fucking buzzing because I didn't have to deal with any of these people anymore. And when I don't have to deal with this shit, oof, baby, I'm going to be flying. All I have to do is just make sure that I can sell the washing machine and the fridge before I go. I know I can't sell the bed because the bed's broken. But no, I don't want to live here, man. I don't want to live here. And this is the thing, they're calling me a fat nigger because I don't want to live with them. Like, what? It's like, wait a second. Wait. It's like, because I don't want it. So hold up. They are using racial slurs against black people that they never wanted to live close to them in the first place because that black person doesn't want to live with them. Oh my G. This is like the levels of pathetic that this shit is right here. Like, yo, no, listen. Kudos. Thank you for the 6 months that you've given me. But you and this is clearly the relationship you were meant to have. And I personally hope that you'll be very happy together. Because I ain't staying around for this. There is no way in hell. Mm-mm. And the thing is, I don't think the nail bar have even closed yet. I don't know if they close at 6 or 7, because normally they need about an hour to do their thing and then pack up and leave. But everybody's hearing this. It's not just me. Everybody's hearing it. But sorry, I'm happy to clear out. This can't run. I'm happy to clear out. It's alright with me. And it's not the fact that they're using racial slurs. I lived in a hostel for 8 months listening to some smelly ass fucking troglodyte say the word negre out of his mouth over and over again, okay? I had to listen to some smelly ass troglodyte say the N-word and put up with that for 8 months. I had to share a room with somebody who was racist against black people and talk shit about black people even after I comforted her about her dead dad that died 2 years ago, and that's why she drinks herself hopefully to death. I hope she fucking dies. Okay? No, I'm not even. No. And don't bother getting my comments saying, oh no, you're being harsh, you shouldn't wish death on people. Fuck that bitch. Okay? If she was sleeping in the same dorm as me, crying about her dead dad, and then the next minute, oh, what's wrong with these black people? No, what the fuck is wrong with you, you genocidal nutbag? So racism is something that I've been through before. And then on top of that, in London, this situation is a little bit different because this person's mentally ill. But it's like, when they get triggered, it's like they say the word nigger over and over again. And it's not even just with me. It was with every single black person. It's like a switch would go on in their head and they would just say the N-word over and over and over again. But I think that particular person had a mental illness because the rest of the time they were fine. That situation is different. So racism is something that I'm used to. It's just that black people are so hurt. We're so hurt. We've been through so much that it's like we anticipate hearing racial slurs all the time, and we go through microaggressions, and because of those microaggressions, it's a learned response. We've been through trauma like genetically for a long time. So when we don't even hear racial slurs, but we anticipate them. And I think it's anticipating them anticipating not really the racial slurs, but how the racial slur is going to make us feel. I feel like that's actually partially what's causing the trauma, because for a long time I anticipated hearing racial slurs, but it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I anticipated hearing the racial slurs, and for a long time I was just like, I was so anxiety filled. And then when you actually hear it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Then when you actually hear it, you realize how pathetic it is, especially when you measure the slur against the situation. And when you measure the situation versus the slur, it makes you realize how pathetic the racism is. So now, when they call me the N-word, it doesn't really matter. I think it's actually quite funny. I mean, that's on them if they want to do that shit. I just want them to leave me alone. They can think that being black is lower than them, and I don't know how. I don't know how anybody can be lower in the dirt than a bunch of newts who should have crawled back under whatever rock they came from a long time ago. I don't know how anybody can think being black is lower than them. But if they want to think that, they can think that. Just stop fucking spying on me and doing all this shit. And then when I get angry about it, you want to act like I want to harm your family. And then when it turns out that I actually don't want to do that and that I just want to get away from you, now here comes the N word. Come on, man. And now they're acting like they're hard just because they said the N word. Who cares? Who cares? And we all know why they're fucking saying it. It's not because I'm black. It's not because of anything to do with my race. It's because they fucked up and now they can't back out of it. They didn't know what they wanted. They wanted me to be upset so that they could prove that their ignorance was justified. And now they can't do that. Now they're frustrated. Oh, Lord. Like for me, this is just like... No, this is just ridiculous. It just makes you realise how pathetic people are. Like 2 days ago, she threatened to slap me. She threatened to slap my kid. I'm scared for my family. Now it's you're a fat nigger. Pick one, man. Are you going to be the victim or are you going to be the villain? Pick one. Like, pick one, man. Like, just like, seriously, it's just one of those things where it's just getting really pathetic now. I get it, you don't like my race, fine. But you have to, at some point, even if you don't like somebody's race and you don't like somebody's, like, we all have to share this space. When I say this space, I mean this fucking planet. We all got to share this fucking planet. And we all have to be fucking accountable for our actions. The stress that I am feeling right now is not due to the fucking taunt. It's due to the fucking bullying. It's not fucking... I don't care what they think about my race. I don't care what they think about my mental health. I care about what they do with that bigotry. That's what bothers me. And right now, this thing is just like way left. Like, for me, it's like, you already were spying on me for no reason. You were already afraid of me for no reason. None. You were already scared of me for no reason. And now you're getting upset because you said fat nigger and I don't give a shit. And they're trying to do fucking, like, ebonics and shit. Like, what? Why? Like, what? Jeez. This is stupid. Like, why? Jeez. You know what I think it is? I think they're not used to dealing with somebody. I don't think it's my race because they're ignorant, but I really don't think it's my race that's getting them upset right now. I think what they're not used to is dealing with somebody who walks their talk. When I say I don't want to live with somebody, I fucking mean it. When I say I want out, I fucking mean it. When I say shit, I fucking mean it. And if I get shit wrong, or if I'm not sure, I'm going to say that explicitly. Something tells me that these people are not used to dealing with people like that. They're used to dealing with people who play games. They're used to dealing with people who don't stand their ground. They're used to dealing with people who lose their temper over dumb shit. I'm not one of those people. Well, that'd be a first. Jeez. I don't care if she cares or not. Well, good. I mean, that's a fucking start at least. Jeez. I'd love it if they didn't care if I care. I think that they wouldn't come out with some racial slurs that much if they actually, like, didn't give a shit that I gave a shit. They can't walk their talk at all. Like, it's pathetic for me. It's pathetic for me. I don't care about the bigotry. Like, it's what the bigotry does to people. It gets people killed. And like I said, what kind of kids or what kind of parents are these people if these kids think that racism is a game? What kind of parents are these people if they think that ableism is a game? And they want to be liked. Even after everything that they've said and done, they still want to be liked. I can't. This is crazy. Like, it's one thing for me to get upset. I don't ever want to hear anybody say that racism don't exist ever again. Better kick rocks. They think they're so hard. Like, you're crying your eyes out for less than that. So you were crying your eyes out 2 days ago for less than that, my guy. It's like, nope. That's just a rat that thinks they're a bear. Nope. And nobody ever said that I don't like white people. Every single person that I have had in this flat, in my flat right here, has been white or white passing. I've got one of my female friends, white. One of the TIs that's come over here that's been very, very helpful to me, white. I've had my boyfriend over here, white passing Jewish. Like, almost every person that's been in and out of this flat has been white. The only person who has been an ethnicity has been one of the repair people. And that's it. And it's not because I don't want any ethnic people at my flat. I'm black myself, so that don't make no fucking sense. It's the reason for that is that at the time that my family were visiting me, I didn't have any furnishings in the place, so I couldn't just invite them over. And I like people to be comfortable in my home. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I haven't had any black people over here. Because I've got plenty of black people in my family that I wanted to invite back here. But now that this shit is going on, hell no. But I hate white people though. No, you're just projecting your own shit on me. Nobody said that in fact, when I was on the phone to my father, because I was talking to my father about this. When I was on the phone to my father, I specifically said, I hate racism against white people. I don't like racism against black people. I hate racism in general. But the thing is that I hate racism towards anybody. I don't like it. It does not sit well with me. You know, other people can say it if they want to say it. If they want to degrade themselves by saying shit like that, then they can do that. But with me, I don't like it. And I don't like to be around friends who do that. So it just goes to show how much these people project their own hatred and bigotry onto you. Because then nobody over here say that I hate white people. I don't hate white people. I just hate dickheads. Which is most people, but... I don't understand what they want from me. Like, if I didn't give a fuck when you said fat nigger before... I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm sorry. Okay, if I didn't care when they said fat nigga before, like, what makes them think that I'm gonna care now? Like, sorry. She's so mad that I don't care. I love it so much. That's the only silver lining out of this. The only silver lining is the sheer entertainment I'm getting from the fact that these people are so bothered that I'm not bothered. Like, why are they acting hard now? They were scared 2 days ago. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand what these people want. Like, they were scared 2 days ago. They were scared 2 days ago. Like, oh my gosh. It's weird. When these people say that you're racist and that you're crazy, listen to this. Yeah, so I applied for surrender tenancy. It should be coming along tomorrow. I hope it's coming along tomorrow because it's Friday, isn't it? Or if not, it'll probably come along next Monday when that fucking bat descends from their fucking cave and finally does something right for once in her life. We'll say it again. No one cares. Like, no one cares. Like, literally, the only people getting upset at her using racial slurs are her own family right now. They're the only people who give a shit. Say it. Who cares? I don't understand this. It's like, you wanted me out so bad 2 days ago. And now that I want that myself, now everybody's upset. I stand by everything that I said. This family is a karma that this neighborhood deserves. Let them live with that shit. I ain't doing it. No, I'm not living with that. Fuck it. No. And given the strength of that letter, I'm sure somebody will get to me very, very soon. But anyway, I love you guys. You take care. I'm going to try to just, because it's constant bullying. It's been bullying since like what? On and off. Bullying, spying, lying, fucking complaining, playing victim since fucking 20 to 8 in the morning. So I have to try and minimize my anxiety about this shit. That's why I'm anxious. It's actually not the racism or the ableism, even though both of those things are serious and could get a person killed. Yeah. But it's more than that. It's just the endless bullying and shit. It's endless. It's just never ending. I don't understand why if you don't like somebody, you can't leave them alone. I don't get it. Oh, now you don't care. It's upsetting me. You cared enough to use slurs in the first place. But normal people, though. No, this is what normal people do. This is normal people stuff. Normal people get fucking upset. Like, I bet the laughter that they're getting right now is from some of the weakest, most diluted, most dumb, ignorant, stupid, motherfucking playground cusses anybody can come up with. Wait, yo, uh-uh. You can't be threatened. You can't be scared for your safety one minute and then acting hard the next. Which is it? Again, which is it? And you've only been here 2 weeks. You haven't even been here a month yet. This is wild. 2 weeks and we're at fat nigger already. 2 weeks and we're at... See, Joe, 2 weeks and this is where we're at already, bro. Nah, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with that family, man. There's something wrong with them. Not human, probably. Like, no real human being acts like that in 2 fucking weeks. Are you kidding me? And you're teaching this to kids as well. Oh, Lord. Oh. Listen, man. Arm yourselves. I don't know about nobody else. But personally, I think people should arm themselves because I'm sorry, they are crazy. They are crazy. That is not like, and they say, oh, we're normal. How? And unlike them, I can actually take the responsibility of saying somebody's crazy. Because I know that as the same person, I have to act rationally. And guess what? If I've effed up, I've actually come out and said, I've admitted it. I've said, look, I fucked up. Unequivocally. I ain't got no problem saying that. Because if I'm going to call people crazy, then I'm going to take responsibility for what I do and own my shit. It's as simple as that. But no, these people are crazy. Like, they're fucking nuts. And then they want to turn around and act like I'm the nuts one. Why? Even at those times you said I was talking to myself. I wasn't actually talking to myself. It's just crazy. Like, these people are crazy. 1 minute, because I get upset at you spying on me, suddenly, like, oh, I'm harming people. I'm harming, like, and if they're reporting me to the police right now, it's interesting because I've got evidence of them screaming racial slurs at me, so this ain't going to be a problem. But this is the thing. These people are absolutely insane. There is no way. We haven't even talked yet. Do you want to hear the mad thing? You want to hear the really mad thing? We ain't even spoken yet. We ain't spoken face to face once. I have purposefully avoided them because I knew that they were bigoted. I don't fuck with people like that. I don't fuck with people like that. You should have seen me, listen, man, 2 days ago, you should have seen me cast these people out, and not once did a racial slur come out of my mouth. Not once did an ableist slur come out of my mouth. Because I'm not built like that. They're crazy. They are crazy. There is no way. And now they want to act hard. Now they want to act hard. No, this shit is wild. Like, no, the council better get me the fuck up out of here. This is wild. And now there's some that, this is the thing, right? When I prove that I mean what I say, now suddenly there's a conspiracy. Now suddenly I'm the one doing some conspiracy or some shit. Like, I'm the one scheming. I'm the one trying to get revenge. The only people I really want revenge from are the medical team that lied about me on my medical reports. That's the only people I really want revenge on. I don't want revenge on anybody else. I don't stand for that. I don't want revenge on people who are, you know, who basically don't matter and are trying to make themselves matter. I don't give a fuck what they want. I just want to be away from them permanently. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else. But anyway, I've got to go because I missed a call from my cousin. I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.